Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray. Robb from Real Sharks. We haven't seen him in a while. Robb, of course, he's one of my main guys. Of course, he's one of the runners of Pod Nation TV, which for those of you who may be watching us right here on Pod Nation TV, Roku, Fire TV, or X, you're getting the no holds barred version of the show. For those of you watching on YouTube, welcome. So, that's just the way it works. Make sure you follow us on all those, find us on all those platforms. You get all of our uncensored content. And if you've seen the last two episodes, you know the bullshit that we went through. Of course, the last one had a little bit of credit to say produced by the HH Productions, the Happy Hour Productions. So, that's all me and Robb. That's kind of a brainchild of ours. Make sure you need any content done, hit us up. That officially launches probably around April 1st, April 2nd, something like that will be our official hard launch of that. You will be seeing it all over the place. But of course, before the episode began, before our intro went through, you saw, whenever somebody dies or something like that, you see us do like the little in memory thing. Of course, Peter Angelos, longtime owner of the Orioles, he passed last weekend. So, of course, 30 years he owned the Orioles, but also you saw something that said Baltimore Strong, and it said our hearts go out to the people who perished in the collapse of the Key Bridge. A lot of you guys, of course, have made international news. The Key Bridge is 15 minutes from my house. Of course, I'm a Baltimore boy. I thought I had to say something about it. I've driven over that bridge in my life probably about thousands of times. I was actually just on that bridge about a week and a half ago for work. About 4 days before that happened, I was driving over that bridge. So to see it not there, it's crazy. And thankfully, the Maryland Transportation Authority were able to get the Mayday from the ship, to get people off of, to close down both sides. However, unfortunately, they couldn't get the construction workers, the 6 construction workers who passed when the bridge collapsed off of the bridge in time. But yeah, man, that's going to cause a ripple for years to come. Baltimore has one of the biggest ports. It ships the most cars in and out than any other port in the United States. So that's going to have a lasting impact for a very, very long time. So I just wanted to touch on that since that is a local thing, and it's 15 minutes from my house. Apparently, I was sleeping. You could hear that all the way up to my house, the noise of that bridge collapse, like where my house is, which is insane. So Robb, what's going on with you, man? Of course, you got Real Sharks and all that stuff. You guys have anything special coming up with that?
Yeah. We're going to be doing the best 10 episodes of Batman the Animated Series.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody remembers that old cartoon, the
yeah.
Saturday morning Batman animated series. That was our generation of Batman.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be doing the best top 10 episodes of that. We just put out a movie, kind of doing our own stance here for movies about genocide. That was
Oh,
the latest thing we just did. Yeah, we got some more stuff in the chamber coming up though. A lot of stuff under lock and key though. I don't want to say too much because
yeah.
Real Sharks sets trends here on YouTube for people to
Yes.
copy us on the movie stuff.
Yes. Make,
But
make make sure you find Real Sharks. I mean, you guys. I was with you guys for Caligula. That was absolutely that was fun. For
that was a
anybody
good episode.
seen that, definitely go see it. It's amazing. Um, one of those I've been meaning to do it on a future episode is that there's a lot of movies where they've had real sex scenes in the movies, and a
Hmm.
lot of them are like indie movies, and those movies
Right.
where girls just going to town on a guy. I'm like, you know what? Now that we do the show this way, I can show that on here. Well, I'm sorry for those of you watching on YouTube. You will not be able to see that. You will hear the sounds, but you will see the big sensor bar that goes across the screen that says find us on Pod Nation TV or on X to see this content. So it's kind of my little way of forcing you to go do something that you don't want to do because it benefits us. So no, it's just those are the only two platforms that will allow us to do that. Of course, Pod Nation TV, we can do pretty much anything we want. So of course, as far as we know, we haven't heard anything back from them saying you guys can't show this, at least yet. So, but
Speaking though of you, Ray, I mean, let's turn the tide here a little bit. What's been going on with you, man? I mean, you said that that bridge is 15 minutes from your house. It was
yes,
of course, everyone knows it was an international story. How much madness has descended upon Baltimore, man? I mean, I can't even imagine the news coverage, the without that bridge, just the traffic
Yeah.
congestion everywhere.
Like I haven't really hit a lot of it yet. I know at work I go to New Jersey, Philadelphia, all that
Right.
stuff a lot for work. So I'm going the opposite way. 695, the interloop 695, that was part of 695. Like that Baltimore Beltway, that interloop, it was part of that. So it's the kind of thing that, and also with it, you got to understand there's big 18 wheelers that come. So we have the Harbor Tunnel and the Fort McHenry Tunnel. So trucks that are, I think the highest for the Fort McHenry is 14.5. The highest for the Baltimore tunnel, for the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel, is 13.6, I think.
Mhm.
And there's no hazardous materials allowed. So that bridge was built in 1977 as a way for those trucks to have a quicker way to boom, get across, not have to worry about anything. Because if there's a hazmat thing on a bridge and it's outside, it's not a big deal. But if it happens in the tunnel and the tunnel's underwater, it's a bigger deal. So, that's the kind of thing now those trucks have to go like an extra 40 minutes to an hour
Right.
all the way around the back end. Like, for example, where my job is located, it's the kind of thing where we can literally be from my job to an area called Curtis Creek in about 10 minutes. Now, if we were to go to Curtis Creek, we would have to go all the way around. And it would take us like 30 to 40 minutes just to get
Wow.
somewhere that will take us 10 minutes to get to on a normal basis. But I mean, when I went to the Orioles game yesterday, of course, shout out to the Baltimore Orioles. Opening day happened yesterday. Brand new owners, Rob. I'm a huge baseball
Mm.
guy. Anybody who
O's.
show will see that some of the only other things I ever share are stuff from the Orioles because I'm a huge Orioles fan. But new owners, when I was driving to the game yesterday, our car was too small. But if you look off in the distance, when you get through the tunnel, you can see the area where it was, and you could vaguely see the ship, still with the bridge fragments or
Did you
whatever.
see the videos?
Oh yeah, the videos are insane. Like my
Okay, okay. I'm not taking away anything from the tragedy, but when you saw, and I heard this from a lot of other people, that bridge kind of just folded, man, like a can.
oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean? A,
yeah,
a
well,
lot of people, I was like, what do you expect? Do you expect it to like
yeah,
explode like some kind of inferno, like,
yeah. That's not, yeah,
Michael Bay movie status?
yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing. Like a lot of people have been arguing. There's been a few engineers over the years have been arguing. With that being such a big waterway, of having bumpers of some kind
Hmm.
on that bridge, because they're like eventually one day something's going to happen, and you need to have some sort of bumpers. Then that way they hit that instead of hitting the bridge. So I
That was a
guarantee
big ship.
there's an engineer somewhere that was screaming at the screen on TV, going, "I told you."
Right.
Fucking told you, or this, that, and another. So, yeah, yeah, man. I don't know. It's definitely a tragedy. It's definitely something that it's going to take a long time. And I mean, me, like we don't.
Especially for those poor construction workers, man. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
imagine how like fucking lame that is. You're pulling the late night shift at that,
yeah,
dude, working on a fucking bridge, and here comes this fucking cargo container,
yeah,
just boom.
yeah.
Can't
And
imagine. I
I'm
mean,
sure
that sucks.
they probably didn't think much about it, because I'm sure those construction workers, if you've worked on a bridge before, you've probably worked on it 100 billion times before, that seeing that boat come towards a bridge, you probably didn't think anything of it because you're
No,
used to seeing big ships just go under all the time. And for anybody saying that's a conspiracy theory or anything like that, I don't buy that. However, I do believe that the federal government is not going to front that money, because we're $35 trillion in debt. So I don't know where they're going to get a $500 million from to rebuild a fucking bridge. So don't tell us, just say, hey, it's on you. We now need to raise prices. I mean, it's bad enough that, supply and demand are going to get real tough because stuff that comes in through that way. I mean, they were talking about there's an area called Trade Point Atlantic that's a little bit before that area. They're thinking about doing that as a temporary maybe
mm.
drop spot for ships, because it's going to take them a while. It's not going to take a couple of days to clean that wreckage up.
Was that bridge a historical landmark too? I mean, I know it was called the Francis Scott Key Bridge. I mean, obviously, the guy who made the national anthem, but isn't that is it a historical landmark bridge to it though?
Yes, yeah, it is. That bridge, pretty much where it was built, is the length where it went across was where Francis Scott Key actually seen the ship.
Hmm.
That seen him. It was the direction that the ship was going that inspired him to write the national anthem. So that's the whole thing. And there's actually a buoy in the water, a red, white, and blue buoy, that pretty much shows where that ship was. That ship that he saw, that
Wow.
showed where that was. But Yeah, man. I mean, it's been all over the news. If you look up hashtag Baltimore Bridge and all that, you'll see it. You'll see
Yeah.
all the stuff for it. It's
I
been
thought it was an American ship at first, and the first thing I thought, I was like, that company's insurance is like, oh, dude, we are so out of business, man.
Yeah. And it's weird because that's what I thought. Like, and it's weird because there's not a lot of details, but it's also the kind of thing of, well, is their insurance responsible? Like,
Right, because it's a foreign company.
yeah, it's like, somebody had like, how come the federal government has to take care of that? Like, how come we can't sit there and say, hey, fuck you guys?
Pay
And not
for it.
that ship. This happened again somewhere, I think in Venezuela or something like that.
Mhm.
This happened again somewhere else in 2016 with that same exact ship. It hit a fucking dock. So
Hmm.
same exact ship. And so was it not? Is it not supposed to be in the water? Like, I mean, was there known to
Captain's not supposed to be in the fucking water. Hopefully, it's not the same captain.
Yeah,
Dude should be out of a job.
well, that's the thing because you have the captain, but then you also have a pilot, and the pilot is from, the actual, what is it, um where they dock in and out at.
Harbor.
Yeah, from the harbor. So he's from all that. So you have the pilot. So it's like the captain goes out and then the pilot navigates you from, that area.
Mm.
So, that's the thing. What happened? Because the pilot is someone who, port, I'm sorry, from the port. The pilot is someone who works at the port. Like he literally guides bridges in and out of the port all day long. So it's like, what the fuck happened? Like, that's
From what the reports were, the power went out on the ship and they lost control. And I guess from there was rumors they tried to drop anchor and that didn't help either. It
oh
just
yeah.
they just kept dragging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird because you would think that anchor holds the boat in place, but like how out of control is it that I mean it's a freak accident. It
Plus
happened.
all the cargo it had on it, plus all the extra weight. You can
Well, a
imagine
couple of
that
those
too.
cargo bays fell off actually
Yeah.
when it happened. Like so, I don't know, man. It's a huge fucking mess. It made worldwide news. Anytime a bridge or something like that collapses, and that doesn't happen every
Mm-mm.
day, but it's gonna be a while. I mean, Baltimore, we're resilient. That's one thing everybody always says is that, when things happen in Baltimore, we may have, a lot of murders, a lot of this, a lot of that, but we're very, very, resilient. So,
Resilient. Oh
anyways,
yeah.
everybody, I noticed you guys saw like the little cut that we had here. It was because my stupid ass forgot to get the games ready. So that's the whole thing. Like I was sitting there and I'm looking at Rob and I'm like, we don't have any games. Of course, our guest Agatha Vega, she's supposed to be here tonight. Hopefully she shows up. She's not here quite yet. We'll give her a little bit of time. But what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get into our current featured beer. So our current featured beer right now, of course, it is leftover from St. Patrick's Day, which is Southern Tier Irish Cream Stout. So go out and get some
Ooh.
Southern Tier Irish Cream Stout. Of course, there's some left over from St. Patrick's Day because I said last week with Wendy Rain that I actually started taking what is it Sigma Glutide, which is Ozempic. So me and my wife started doing that. So I'm back on my diet. All the weight I had lost over last summer I gained back. So I'm like I need to slim back
That's
down.
love weight, bro. It's love weight,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But it's the kind of thing. So now it's one beer per episode and a shot. But I mean, like other than, this show, I don't drink like that anymore. Like when I was young, I like drank. But now it's just not like that anymore. Make sure you go out, if any of this is still available, go out, find it. Southern Tier, shout out to those guys. We've had plenty of their stuff before. I enjoy it thoroughly. And then also, our current featured shot is, of course, Truly. Most of you know Truly from Truly Hard Seltzer, but now they're doing vodka. So this is
Ooh.
Truly flavored vodka, and it is wild berry flavor. They have three flavors. They have wild berry. I know they have one that's red and one that is orange. I'm not sure what those flavors are, but make sure you go out and look for Truly vodka. So shout out to Truly vodka.
You want some
So,
antioxidants? There you go, too.
oh yeah, yeah.
Ray, I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
And
What's up?
this is between two hosts here, ladies and gentlemen. I recently saw, have you seen that new trailer for that movie? And we're gonna go a little bit of movies here. Have you seen that movie called A Night with the Devil?
Yes, my coworker went to see that.
Right. So I kind of have an idea of what that movie, and it started about, but it started making me think, how far as a host for ratings would you actually go, you know? Like, would you, you know, have some of your guests come on? Because, everyone thinks this show is already a show of sin.
Yeah.
But would you ever try to exercise somebody for ratings on a show,
I
you know?
I wouldn't try to exercise somebody, but if somebody was like, "Hey, nudge, nudge, wink, wink," I can exercise somebody. Meanwhile, it's just their like mentally challenged cousin Larry, and they're just like, and they're hitting them in the head, and they're like, "We release the sin from your body," and he's just. I'd be like, yes, but I don't know, like a real exorcism, man. I don't know. Like I'm one of those ones that like if I go somewhere and there's a Ouija board, I know enough to be like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
Really?
This shit, I ain't doing it. This is gonna
Is
be a
that is that because you're scared of Ouija, or is that just for the just in case method?
just for the I've been around paranormal stuff and I've been around so much weird shit that I know
Yeah,
when
likewise.
buck out of Dodge. And I've also been on so many drunken nights, also where it's like, okay, look, we got to go because sure enough, the police are probably coming, and one of us needs to be sensible and say, look, we got to go. And there's so many times I've saved my friend groups when I was like, look, we got to vote, and they're like, no, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. We need to leave now. And then
30
like as
seconds.
we're leaving, we just see cop cars just zooming by, and we're like, good thing we got the fuck out of there when we did. So, but yeah, he went to see it. He said he liked it. He said the ending was very predictable. The ending was
Yeah.
very, very predictable. So, um,
I haven't seen it yet, but I can guess pretty much what the premise is. But that's what made me think about that is like how far as a host would I go, for ratings? And it's just like, I don't think I'd go that far. I still gotta look at myself in the morning.
yeah,
Like I would never like when people were doing the whole Tide Pod challenges and sucking down Tide Pods and shit like that. I was like, really? Is this what we have to do to get views? We all have to start smoking Tide Pods here on this podcast.
yeah. Yeah.
It's just come on, man.
I
I
mean,
don't
that's the
know.
thing. Like, you have to bend over backwards so much or whatever, and all that stuff. Like, it's insane. Like,
Is there a porno like that, Ray, where a bunch of girls try to perform an exorcism on another woman?
I'm sure there is.
There
I'm
needs to be. If not, there should be.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, we're going to give Agatha probably about another 10, 15 minutes. If not, we're going to get into the grit. We're going to get into on the show. And as I said, this is the thing with like the tape version. The tape version, I can sit there, cut in, cut out, cut in, cut out, whatever I need to do for us to develop a plan. I hated doing this when we were live because normally, like, I would just kind of get stressed out and I'd be like, you know what, fuck it. I don't
Yeah.
care anymore. But since we're pre-taped, it's like I can tread water a little bit more. I can forget one of my games. I can forget this. I can forget that. You know what? There's no worry because I can go through and edit all of that
It's nice, huh?
out. Yeah. And I mean, like I mean, dude, there's just so much that I'm not sure if you've seen any of the new No Holds Barred episodes yet, but if you haven't, go and watch them. The first two that came out with Wendy were like some of the shit that I found. Like last week, we had a series. I came across a video of a naked woman beating her naked husband with a frying pan on their balcony.
Holy shit.
And so that led me to fall down a hole of typing in frying pan XXX. And I came up with all these videos of bitches fucking themselves. And then there was a video I came across where this girl had this wooden chair. And it looked like a chair that was built in the 1870s. And you saw the legs of the chair was a white leg. And you
Mhm.
see her putting lube all over the chair leg. And you're watching, you're like, what is she doing? And then she's like, I'm cleaning off the bottom. Next thing you know, she is fucking this turn of the century chair, and I'm just like, this bitch is getting lead paint in her pussy. So make sure,
Oh, man.
if you haven't seen it yet, go find it. It's on
Check
Pod
that
Nation
shit.
TV, Roku, Fire TV. Go over to www.hhpod.com/TV to find it there, or head over to our X account and it is there as well. And that's actually the name of the episode 218, lead paint in the pussy. So, that's the whole
I think about that a lot too sometimes when you
lead
see,
paint
especially the
in somebody's
food fetish
pussy.
stuff, man. No, no, yeah, well, that too, but the food fetish stuff, man. Because I've had, I've talked to a lot of girls because I once caught this kind of a documentary talking
Yeah.
about like what popular porn, like types of porn in different countries there are. And one of the main ones was England, and they were talking about like English people apparently love like chocolate, like women smothered in chocolate. And I told a girl this, and she was like, "Oh, that's like a yeast infection waiting to happen." So every time I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that broad's got a yeast infection.
Yeah, yeah, so much yeast and so much infection. Like that's just the whole thing. But of course, this is our Easter special. So of course, Easter is right around the corner. So actually, what I'm going to do is, you know what, screw it. We're going to jump right into it. When Agatha gets here, we'll kind of redirect. So Easter is right around the corner. So Rob, have you ever at any point in your life sat there and thought, hey, I want to do something absolutely naughty with this Easter stuff? Like I'm talking about like a chocolate rabbit or, Easter eggs or, any.
Maybe the furry fetish, maybe that, but just with the furry heads.
Okay. So I did a deep dive on Easter. Of course, this is kind of like the way it was last week. I just put in Easter XXX. So what I came across is I came across a few videos that include Easter eggs. So
Oh, Jesus.
the first one is it says that time I tried to fuck. No, that's for later on. This one says wet anal fisting after 11 Easter eggs inside me.
What the fuck?
This is so of course we're not going to watch this whole 8-minute thing, but this is kind of the gist of it. Of course, shout out to Pornhub because this is where I found it. So you can kind of see where this is going. Apparently, it's 11 dragon eggs. I don't know what dragon eggs are.
It's
But
it's the theme of Game of Thrones, man.
yeah, and I mean, you were talking about something with Game of Thrones coming up not too
Yeah.
long ago or whatever and all that. But like this is the whole thing, and yeah, like so as it goes along, like of course she's fisting herself right now, and these eggs, I guess, are going to slowly, just one by one, go inside. So
She's a tiny girl. Look at that.
all right, get to the eggs, damn it. All right, here we go. Oh my dude, that thing slid in there like, dude, it's like
Like
she's loading,
nothing.
it's like she's loading a gun. Like she's
Yeah.
literally like she is literally loading shotgun shells into a
Just think
shot.
of popping so that.
If she fires these out right now, I am going to absolutely lose my mind.
You would
Like,
shit your pants if a dragon came out.
oh, like she bursts like a handful of dragons right now. Like
Dragons.
this one right here looks like a spaceship. Like the one closest to her ass, like looks like a little spaceship or whatever. So like she is like literally like all like I'm not an expert on it. Like, look, you can see the one in there. Like she's getting stuffed. Like that.
Right.
Like that's enough. Like girl, that's enough. Like
Right. Like when did you learn your limit like this? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
like,
It's how far
I mean, how did this start? Did it start with one dragon egg and then one
then
dragon egg
two, then
burped?
three is not
And
enough, four is
then
not
yeah, and then
enough.
it was three, and then it's like, hey, like you ever see like a dog with like a bunch of tennis balls in its mouth? Like I guess it's just kind of like that. And I mean also like if you have all those eggs inside of you, do you at that point also try to take a dick at that point too? Like I don't
Oh
yeah, like I don't
man.
understand. Like
Dude, she's like
yeah,
it's like a Pez dispenser.
yeah. Just open it, it just dispenses the Pez or whatever and all that. Like that's the kind of thing where like she sells these on her OnlyFans after this. You know
Oh,
somebody
people
out
are
there
buying this left and right,
buying these
man.
eggs. And I mean
They're
we don't
beating
give a
down
shit.
her email address.
Yeah, but I mean you got like all these lights and shit happening in the background and all that stuff. Like you see like kind of it looks like a kind of a Buddha or something in the background too.
Right.
So where is she actually doing? Like is this her house? Like
This is
where
her house. This is totally her house.
yeah, where is oh that one wanted
This is a
oh
this is
jeepers.
oh this is
I
whoa.
skipped through
This
that.
is a public restaurant.
I did not know that that was going to happen, but yeah, but so she couldn't get 11 in. So that's the thing. She moved two to the side. So she only got 9, or maybe she tried to do 13.
I
That might have
hate
been what it
clickbait.
was. So I did not know that the pushing them out part was going to happen. Oh, and now she's going back to she's doing round two. Like, what is the end game in this? Like, that's I want to know what the end game is.
I right. Is someone sitting there saying, I didn't get off because you put only 9 in you? You said 11.
Yeah.
All right. And I didn't see 11. Right. So
Imagine this.
I didn't reach my climax.
Yeah, you hook up with this chick and you go to give her butt sex, and all these things just start popping out all over you.
She's like
It's just
like
like
almost like a
assaulted by
utility. Like
they come out so fast. Like it's literally like watching a train accident happen. Like
I
Oh,
my
jeez.
thought is like, honey, when did you realize what was your limit exactly? Like
Yeah.
when you were like, I know you put 11 on there. Did you hit 11 at one point? And you were
Yeah.
like, oh, I could do 11. Let's do fucking do
Look,
11. But
like I wonder if it was the kind of thing where like any have gotten stuck, like she had to
dude,
have them like surgically removed. Like that's the whole
you've
thing,
heard
right?
of things like that too.
I wonder if there's like some sort of like surgical like removing that has to happen with
We
that.
got another egg here, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Here, sweetie, I have more. Like, do you try that with a hard-boiled egg? Like, I mean, like,
Oof.
I've always wanted, like, I want to look up the video to see if there's any kind of skill of anybody out there who can put an egg in their pussy and successfully crack an egg. Like basically, like, don't worry, honey, I have breakfast tonight, and she moves her legs and it just cracks the eggs and drops
Oh,
like the egg in there, and it's like you're getting like over
like
easy pussy.
like an Emerald Lagasse kind of thing, but with a
Yeah,
girl that just kind of puts out the
bam.
eggs on the pan. Like bam. Okay, that okay. I'd watch that.
Yeah, she kept on doing the band. And for those of you, of course, we're right here on Roku, Fire TV, and Pod Nation and X. This is what our show now has. I found fucked up things before. I'm finding fucked up things again. So, but no, man, so there was that. So I came across that. And then, like, mind you, I'm a terribly, terribly fucked up human being. So,
I
you
thought you just got the fisting thing because you were getting me back about the Caligula thing.
know, yes,
You're like,
for
you
those
want
of
to see fisting, Rob? Let me show you fisting.
yeah, yeah. So, and then the other one says, "Naughty bunny enjoys hiding Easter eggs." Oh,
Oh boy.
and of course, this one again. This is only 2 minutes, so we'll probably go through this whole thing. This is, of course, another Pornhub. Shout out to Pornhub. So here we go. That's the naughty Easter bunny, and she looks like she lives in an older house. Of course, there's those old radiators and all that stuff. Looks like is that
Yeah, that's a good observation, right? Definitely an old house.
yeah. Like I think she's in like Nana's house or something like that. Like.
Right. This is definitely house sitting, and
It,
then you're like, I'm just gonna do my Pornhub thing here.
you see the Harry Potter like magician's hat hanging there. So, and she's actively finding eggs. I think she actually has Easter eggs. It looks like for some reason there may be a box cutter on the end of this table. I don't know why, but she may have to get them. Are those Converse?
Converse high heels.
Those are I like the Converse high
Yeah.
heels. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay.
So,
That's more
okay.
like dingo ears than bunny ears.
Yeah, I'm not sure if those are bunny ears. I'm not
I'm
sure.
not sure either. They're like
It
coyote
looks like
ears
she's got a
almost.
couple piercings going on there too. Oh, those
Hmm.
those eggs look like that they're wait, where'd it go? There was just a blue egg there. What happened to it? Also, does she have
Now
a
you see
rabbit
it.
tail? Like, is that like a rabbit tail that's like actually in her ass? Like I feel
I
like
dig the foxtail ones, but I've never seen one like that.
yeah, I've never seen a bunny tail one. Oh, she has like
Yeah, oh,
oh
it is a bunny. It is a
there
bunny
are
one, yeah.
so she cut out the part of her putting them inside herself, I guess. Or this
Oh.
a edited down version.
What if there was
Oh
technical
no, she
difficulties we wanted to see?
her leg is pierced. Like, look, like she has a whole like piercing like right there on her leg.
Digger tats, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, rub my little.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Okay, here we go.
like this is what needs to happen. Oh,
So this is an egg. This is an actual egg here.
is that like
Hard
a
boiled.
Christmas? Is that a Christmas ornament? Like, it looks like it may be a Christmas ornament. Like, it could be wrong, but it may be a Christmas ornament. So, and I can't
Mommy, what
confirm or
happened to
deny if
Christmas ornaments?
I cannot confirm or deny if any eggs were injured during the filming of either one of these two.
Right. Maybe
But
that's what happened. She cracked them before they got in there, so she just had a cut, you know?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
There we go.
she's just laying the one egg. That's what it was. Okay, so that's I can respect that. Like that's
Can
the
you
one
imagine being a kid and seeing this the first time and being like, if that's what the Easter bunny Easter bunny actually lays the eggs around?
experience with the Easter Bunny. Like you have a redneck daddy. She's like, "All right, son, here you go. This is the real Easter Bunny. Don't worry about those other Easter bunnies you see. This is the real, true to life Easter Bunny."
Easter
So,
bunny.
I mean, Rob, like it's the kind of thing. So let's say, all right, so let's set this up. Like you meet a girl, you go home. It's around Easter time, and you go home, and this bitch is just shoving numerous eggs up her twat. Like, is that a deal breaker at that point, or
Oh
what
man. I
kind
mean,
of
is this one charming woman or is this Is this a woman that's like, bought me a beer once? Because there'd have to be a lot to go into that. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, of course, it would be like, I don't know if it'd be a deal breaker though, especially if it was something like she did like that, where she's like, yeah, I feel myself, putting eggs in my pussy so I can make money. I'd be like, okay,
I fill my needs with these eggs. I
yeah.
fill I fill
She's
the
like, that dinner I bought you tonight. Yeah, that was egg pussies. I mean, okay. I
like I
can
mean
learn to live with.
that's the thing. Like I said last week, like from the episode when the girl was like fucking the chair. It's like I would rather have my wife cheat on me than come home and watch her like chair leg deep inside of herself. Like that's like if it's the kind of thing that like she can't like if she has to turn to fucking a chair leg over, whatever else, it's like I'd just rather you take on 6 men at once and just
Right.
come home to them just ravaging you like crazy compared to coming home and seeing you about 6 inches deep on a chair leg that was built by my ancestors in 1747. Like that's the whole thing. Like I mean I don't know, like I feel like you could get creative with the first video because she can obviously, like, if she can do that with those eggs, she can do that with ping pong balls.
Oh
So
yeah.
she's like lifetime beer pong partner at that point because it's the kind of thing that, like, normally women try to distract guys when they play, by, doing
Yeah.
whatever. But if she were to sit there and just put her leg up and then, just start shooting them out towards the cups, I'm distracted for life. Like I'm forfeiting. I'm taking all the cups. I'm bringing them my way, and I'm chugging down each one of those beers. Especially if the balls are inside of those beers, it's just
All
feel.
right, let's flip this though. What if you're out with a girl and you're out with their friends and you knew about this,
Yeah.
but she was like, this is her only talent, so she has to show it. So it's like you're right there, and and everyone's like, hey, what do you do special? Well, let me show you.
What is your
I mean,
special? Yeah, just imagine like you're out, but like it's not like a bar or anything like that. Like you're at like the public library or something, and it's just like, what's your talent? And all of a sudden, she's just like, okay, well, let me show you. She like just sits down and just starts doing this in a public library, like
in a
and
library, you had to choose a library.
yeah. Like, I mean, because like they're gonna sit there. She's gonna be shoving those things in herself. She's gonna be making all the noise. They're gonna be shh, shut up. Like, I never got why you had to be so quiet in a library. Like, are we playing golf? Like, I mean, I never really understood
People have to
silence with golf
read.
either. Like,
Right, that's such a good point because it's like nowadays there's so much noise in the city. There's so much noise even like, as a parent. So
yeah,
it's like who the fuck gets to ever really do anything in silence anymore?
yeah,
Even when you're sitting alone, you hear the hum of something, some kind of machine, some kind of plane overhead. What's
yeah,
really scary nowadays is when you go out to the country and you don't hear anything at all.
yeah.
That's what's spooky. The silence is actually more spooky than anything nowadays.
Um, yeah, man. Silence. It's crazy that like people get so bent out of shape. Like you have these guys go absolutely nuts um during golf because people are making noise or whatever.
Do you
So,
think that changed because of Happy Gilmore?
what's up?
Do you
Oh,
think
I'm
that changed
sure.
because of Happy Gilmore? Because
I'm
people are like, golf is boring, so let's
yeah.
make it a little bit fun. Let's drink. It's fucking nuts. Go watch people hit balls.
Like they're making a second one, right? Happy Gilmore
Yeah,
2. Apparently
yeah.
that's supposed to be in production. I don't know if that's gonna be a Netflix exclusive, but I'm unsure because the first Happy Gilmore was so good.
It
I'm not
is.
sure what a Happy Gilmore 2 would be. But since we're on the subject of Easter, I can't sit there, we can't sit there and always do stuff with the ladies. Like, because I mean Easter, of course, you have your chocolate rabbits, you have this, you have that. So I came across a video
Oh,
and I don't know, like, what do you prefer more? Do you prefer solid chocolate rabbits more, or do you prefer hollow chocolate rabbits
is
more?
cream filled an option here, or
You can have cream filled.
because I'm a marshmallow caramel guy, man.
Okay, okay. The
Personally,
Cadbury, the
I
Cadbury,
hate eating a chocolate rabbit, man, because there's nothing in them. It's like
yeah,
it's exactly like the rabbit itself. It's hollow.
yeah. I enjoy eating the hollow rabbits and watching like the like pieces fall into the rabbit, like it's like their flesh pieces just falling more in, and you're like, I'm going to get to the rest of this later. Like I love like drinking the remnants out of the hollow body, but I came
Okay.
across a video of somebody with their chocolate rabbit, and they love their chocolate rabbit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play that too. And this is called That Time I Tried to Fuck a Chocolate Easter Bunny. So
Okay.
I figured that this, so of course here's
People have been talking about me, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
So here you go. So this guy is shoving this like, so is there a hole in this, or is he drilling a hole?
I think he's drilling because he's having a hard time. This is like Armageddon stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Like he
Totally
has some-
drilling.
like you can see the toilet. At least close your bathroom door. Like when
Right, bro.
you record this or whatever, but he's wearing like all those like little like
Oh, he's using the friction too.
oh
Like heat up the chocolate. That's what the going back and forth is right there.
I wonder how many women or men he sent this to. Like, yeah, this is
Or
gonna
how many people were into it? Because some chicks were like, ew, and some chicks
yeah,
were like,
yeah.
oh, that's
This,
hot.
this is gonna be you, Samantha. This is gonna be you. This chocolate rabbit indicates what
Look
you're.
at these rabbits' eyes. You see,
I mean,
you
I
see
don't.
the lust.
I can't imagine what this is like. What that feel. And I mean, like right now, this is weird because I feel like this is like
Oh, that's what I was waiting for.
this is like 3D, like a virtual experience where you make eye contact.
I almost feel like I'm watching a nature documentary. I'm watching something eat like this poor rabbit. It's like that. It's because now its head fell off. It's like it's shaking it violently, like one of those Komodo dragons. Okay. Then you gotta send the picture just like that, dude, with just the head. Just the fucking head. Okay.
I guarantee you, eye contact has never left. Like he's making eye contact
With that rabbit.
Is that like beer cans in the corner of the like that? No
Oh,
wonder-
dude, that totally, dude, this is some dude that was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna fuck a rabbit.
it also looks like he has like his like the side of his foot like is like 5 pounds. Like look at how fat like the side
Right.
of his foot is. Like that's insane.
See, I
So
hate jerk off videos like this because I always think like, Bobby, is that you? Is that my buddy Jim? He's big like that.
like, I hate jerk off videos like this. I'm like, wait a minute, Rob,
Where's the location
you
at?
often watch jerk off videos?
No, I don't, but that's not the point.
But if I did, it wouldn't be these. Like,
Definitely not these.
oh my god, dude.
Okay. Good thing he must that let's give him credit where credit's due, first of all, because that rabbit had to be fresh because it wasn't like old. Because if it was old, that thing would have just crumbled in his hands, like just
Yeah.
like right then and there.
Oh, that was
I mean,
fresh.
That was fresh. That
He went to Walgreens. He got that
Yes.
with the like. I wonder what the picking selection was out of that. Like, do you sit there? Like, do you grab the rabbit off?
you look at them in the eyes.
Yeah,
and
you
go,
look
which
at it,
rabbit, which
breathe
rabbit
hard like
take it?"
Michael
Yes.
Myers for a couple of seconds,
Yes.
and then you put it back on the shelf.
And
This
you're
is
just like tonight.
like I mean, and then you have the white chocolate rabbit. Like, is race a factor? How the rabbit fucking, because that's the thing. It's like you have the rare albino
Rabbits,
white
right.
chocolate rabbits,
Right.
but then you have the regular, old school.
He should do a sequel video, The Time I Fucked a Rare Rabbit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then it's the white vanilla one. That should be a sequel video right there. Man, that was funny, that was really funny. I mean, that kudos to that guy for the creativity there, man. I mean,
Yes, kudos to him. Thank you to him for
he
giving
had
us.
to have get some
Yeah.
thumbs up from some ladies on that one.
What? I don't know. Like I honestly feel like he posted it online. He wanted to show the women or the men whatever he's into,
can
or
fuck
the
a
trans
chocolate
people.
rabbit,
We don't discriminate here. He wanted to show somebody what they were missing out on, and unfortunately, this poor chocolate rabbit had to be the victim. Like I wonder how many takes this took. Like I wonder if there's like just like a trash heap of like other broken, like battered, raped rabbits like off the side of his bed. Like how you see like a pile of bones. It's just like a big pile.
But
of,
on the flip side, you gotta think about it like this. That rabbit, right? Now think about this. That rabbit was like, I'm gonna get eaten. Instead, that rabbit got fucked to death. I don't know which one you would rather take. Being eaten to death We're
Yeah.
being fucked to death.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no
There is an option there.
I mean, we didn't watch the video to its completion. There was probably like maybe 15 seconds left. But I wonder if he took it off and then he was just
Ate it, or if he
like
just wore the rabbit head around for a little while, like even in his pants.
yeah, he was like, I'm making this rabbit cream filled for Rob. Like,
Oh God. God. Oh man, God, I'm surprised we didn't get to the cream filled jokes right there. We had to drop one of them. We had to drop
was
one
it
of them.
the Hostess commercial when the shark goes through the inner tube? And it's like, wait, where's the cream filling? And it's like,
Or those Easter egg commercials with the bunnies where all the animals are bunnies and
you should have heard that in the back.
cut to this guy with the Easter rabbit on his dick.
It's cranberry cream eggs on his balls, like just to his balls.
There might be a PR. There might be something there for PR, Ray. There might be something there.
Yeah. Like I feel like we were in a VR scene. I feel like I have my Oculus on.
Right. So do I. That should be a
like,
VR session.
Yeah, like I feel like if you have your Oculus on, like I feel like that's something you can slowly get into. Like you're like, yeah, I'm giving it to this rabbit. Like
Rabbit.
yeah, like after a couple of beers or like a good, amount of weed or
He
whatever.
did have a couple beers. We saw him in the corner.
Anyways, I'm going to apologize to everybody. I don't know where Agatha is. I've sent a couple of emails. I'm betting it is a time confusion that when I say 7:30 p.m., they probably think 7:30 p.m. wherever they are, even though the Zoom
Daylight
link
savings
does say, what time, their way when they get it. But, this happens. It happens with the pre-tapes, but I had good stuff. I didn't want to waste any of this content that I had. So, I was like, fuck it, whatever, we'll roll with it. So you're stuck with me and Rob tonight. Of course, this is our Easter special. This is the Happy Hour podcast. Make sure you get some of our merchandise. We have all kinds of Easter stuff available. Make sure, for those of you, there were a lot of people who are fans of the one and only Socrates who passed in May of this year. Go out, get some stuff from Socrates. Of course, the in memory shirt. Also, there's the I don't know whether I want to come or cry, which was the infamous quote that we got from Socrates, and the Al Snow Fierce Socrates t-shirt. So those are all in our shop. Go out, get those, wear them, take pictures of us, of yourselves wearing our stuff, and we'll post it up on our socials. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to get into one of our drunken news articles. So this one, I heard this last week, from our local station, 98 Rock. Shout out to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get into this. So this says live eel removed from Vietnamese man after it slid up his rectum. So
what the
yeah, it says a live eel
possible?
surgically removed from a Vietnamese man abdomen was thought to have slid up his rectum by surgeons. The 34-year-old guy was found after he went to the Hai Ha District Medical Center in Quang Ni Province, complaining of excruciating stomach cramps. The unidentified man went under a successful procedure and was admitted to the hospital. When he woke up, he complained of a minor abdomen ache. It's still unclear how the eel got into the man's rectum and traveled from the colon to his abdomen. The fact that the marine animal was discovered alive and continued to live after being removed also perplexed the doctor.
I'm talking to the wrist move. That's what this thing did.
Oddity Central reports that medical professionals at the facility thought the eel slid into the man's colon after entering through his rectum. After an X-ray,
they're being nice.
It was discovered that there was a foreign item embedded in his stomach. Like,
they're being nice to this guy.
I want to hear what he said as an excuse. So it says,
"Oh my God,
Pham Man Hung, head of security, said this is a rare case. The rectal area is prone to bacterial infections and has a lot of fecal fluid. However, the surgery was executed safely and went without any issues. The 12-inch long marine animal was discovered alive within the man's stomach and had to be removed via surgery." Okay, we know all this.
12 inches.
So like, this is the thing. This was kind of, so I'm going to go ahead and share a screen here. This was kind of what the eel looked like. I mean, I don't think there's any photos of the eel of them pointing it out, but that's kind of like the kind of eel that was inside this dude. Like, I mean, how, like, what possesses you? Like right there, like I'm guessing he's looking
That
at
one
this thing,
probably because the first
and
one's a moray, bite the shit out of you.
yeah, like I'm guessing like he's looking at this thing. He's like, well, guess it looks like a dick. Why not?
Might as well.
Yeah, like I like do at this point, do you do you put this thing in like a fish tank filled with water, like a fish tank filled with water, and then you like this girl that shoved those eggs up her twat had so much lube, like there was so much wetness there. Like I
Right.
wonder if he had that same wetness in his anus, and
No,
he
Ray, because eels have a natural like sliminess to them.
yeah yeah
So I don't think he
like
needed
he
much.
just gets on all fours and he's like, come on, let's do it. And
Oh
like I wonder how long
man.
he stood there before the eel was finally like, you know what? I'm finding me a new home. Like I would imagine, that thing's like imagine that thing swimming around in you. Like I mean, that's like Lexington Steel swimming around
Dude, that's like
inside your
alien status, man.
stomach. Like that's insane. That is insane. Imagine like shitting and you go to shit and you see like an eel tail just kind of hanging out of your ass at that point. Like is that what like alarms you? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like at that point, do you just like kind of grab it and try to pull it out and just wave it in the air or something like that? Like, I
I
mean,
don't know, man, because the thought process between some of these people that do this, man, because you got to understand when you're shoving an animal up your ass, like how long does it take before it dies? You know what I mean? So when you're going for the removal process,
yeah,
are
yeah,
you waiting an hour, a
yeah.
day, few
What
days?
all,
You know what I mean?
what all does it take to kill this animal? Like, I wonder
Right.
what he thought. That's his like his dearest eel. Like he's sitting there, like he's raised this eel since he was young. He's like, I'm sorry,
Put
eel.
you in my ass.
I'm sorry. I must put you down. And he shoves it in his ass, like
Shoves it in his ass,
just
man.
right there. Like I mean, dude, I don't know.
Or maybe that's why he chose it. Maybe he put it in his pants prior, and the eel made its way up there slowly through the day. You know,
Yeah,
maybe that was his thing.
the eel chose him. That's what
The
the
eel chose him that way to go
eel
inside him like that.
chose his ass. Like the eel's like that ass. I'm going to be in that
You know,
tonight.
it's the same thing with people who have sex with dolphins, man. I don't understand it. I don't. I don't understand the guys that are just like, this animal is so beautiful. I
Yeah,
have to fuck it.
yeah. Like, I,
You know that's happened, right? You know, not only have dolphins had sex
oh
with people, and dolphin rape is real. Dolphins rape like 4 people a year, man.
yeah, dolphins
So
don't give.
maybe
Like,
eels should be up there too.
yeah, dude, I don't know. Like I've never in my life sat there and looked at an eel and went, I wonder what this will be like inside of me. Like
Right.
there's not a lot of things I've looked at where I was like, I wonder what like I've never grabbed this mic and I was like, I wonder this is a good mic. I like this mic. It's an expensive mic. But you know what would make this mic better? If I
In
took it
my
off of its
ass.
stand and I just shoved it into myself. Like I mean I don't and then I go to the doctor going, oh, doctor, oh, I don't know why everything hurts. I
Hurts,
don't know why.
right.
Meanwhile, the cord to the mic is still sticking out of my
Oh
ass.
man. And
And
it
they're
had to
just
have been
like,
emergency too for him to go, bro. Cause
oh,
that must have been like a turning point, you know, because he must have done this at least more than one time.
this thing's swimming around inside of him and it just sees his rib cage. And it's like, I'm eating ribs tonight. Like,
It's like there's a way out, right? There's some daylight.
it starts trying to just chew its way through this man. Like it
Holy
comes out,
shit.
it comes out like fucking alien. Like what the hell are those things called?
Chest bursters.
Oh,
Yeah, chest bursters, bro.
yeah, like this guy sits there and he's just like,
Just like
yeah,
that's kind of what I was thinking too, dude. Like this thing's gonna come out of like a fucking chest burster. Because especially the moray one, the moray would just tear you apart from the inside out, man.
yeah, yeah.
See, that's what I understand. People who do that kind of stuff, it's like you need to make sure the animal's dead. I'm not trying, and I'm sure people are like shocked that I said that, but dude, you do not want a live hamster, a live eel crawling up in you trying to get out, man. That's
See,
that's
here's the
horrific.
thing. If you do that, use an octopus because those things can get out of anything. Like that octopus will quickly figure
Just
out
an octopus pull
crawl
its
through
way
your
out of your
it will
ass.
go up your ass and it will crawl through your body and it will come out through your nose. It
Yeah.
will find a way out. Like I'm freaked out every time I go to Costco and I see like octopus that you can buy, and it's like octopus tentacles or whatever. And I'm
Right.
just like, no, I want nothing, like much less trying to get that thing near my body in any way, shape, or form. Like, no, that's
That's a real
not.
dish in Japan that
Yeah,
you eat live octopus.
yeah. My wife sabotaged me in Mexico because we went to a French restaurant when we were in Mexico one year, and sh- they were like, "Hey, we have calamari," and I didn't know.
Delicious.
Like I never had calamari before, and so they bring it out, and it's like the little like calamari, and it has like the little
Right.
suction cups and all that stuff on it. And I was like, I like my mind went to, I'm not fucking eating that. Like literally. So
You
I
like
looked at my
calamari?
wife and I was like, if you eat it, I'll eat it. And then the look on her eye of she just fucked me and like damaged me mentally forever, that like she lost in her mind. And then she picks this thing up and just looks down, and then she's like, okay, your turn. And like she's looking at me, like she's looking into my eyes. And I remember looking at her and going, I hate you. And then I ate it, and I'm
You didn't like it?
yeah, like I as I swallow it, it feels like it doesn't want to go down my throat
Yeah.
because the suction cup's so
Suction
big.
cups. Hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to strangle to death from octopus tentacle
They do
being
that on the
in
live ones in Japan.
my throat. Oh yeah. Oh, that I don't I don't understand. Like I really
I know it's like I have to eat this fish so fresh. It
yeah.
needs to be fucking alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pick a
I
fish up out
never
of the ocean. Just
I never understood that, man. I never understood. Like, I eat sushi too, so I can't really say I do understand it to a degree, but I don't eat like live octopus and stuff like that. I never tried that. That's just a little too gnarly because I always hear about it killing people because they give it to people and then the octopus grabs the back of their throat or some shit and just chokes them to death. And it happens like 2 times a year in Japan from people eating this dish.
yeah. Anyways, I'm talking to Agatha's
Ugh.
rep. I don't know what's going on. He gave me her WhatsApp to text her or whatever. I said maybe she got times mixed up. So we're just gonna keep on rolling around here and all. I mean, right now at this point, we're about 45 minutes through the episode. It doesn't even, make sense and all that. So I'm just gonna say we'll try to get her rescheduled in the future. So all that stuff, but it happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our 800 terms for the penis. So we've had a lot of penis oriented stuff, the eel, all that stuff. So this is the list that we've been going through for a little bit, and we left off with the letter L. So we left off with the letter L. Let's see, so where were we last time? Let's see, we left off with okay, so we're going to start off with Liquidator, the Liquidator.
The
So,
liquidator?
yes, yes. Have
Okay,
you?
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
This is
It
the
works.
Liquidator, and I will like. It sounds like a Batman villain, does it not?
It
Like
does.
I
It
am the
does sound like a Batman villain.
Liquidator.
But also in the terms of that video we just watched with all the lube, it's like the liquidator makes total sense.
The Liquidator liquefied her before she stuck all
Right.
fucking eggs inside of herself.
Just sucks all that moisture right up.
Yeah.
That's it
So
does. It sounds like a funny Batman villain.
yeah. The next one is Liquor Stick. Liquor Stick. I've never heard of.
That has to be old.
Yeah, yeah. I've never heard of liquor. Like this is a weird list. I don't know who compiled this list. I found it on giggeli.com. But and they also
Does it
have
have the
something against.
years of the terms?
Yeah, what's up?
Does it have the years of the terms? Like
It
how old
doesn't.
the term is?
Doesn't. It's just 800 terms for the penis, and that's it.
That has to be like 1920.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
yeah. This is the liquor stick.
the liquor stick.
My liquor stick is in prohibition right now. I'm not fucking
Right.
yeah, like I don't understand. And then the next one is Lissom. Lissom or Lissomi. I don't know.
Listen.
Yeah, so let me so
the
let's
fuck?
Lissom.
I'm gonna suck on your
Lissom.
listen.
So it says a person or their body thin, supple, and graceful. The kind of outfit that should left to Lissom teenage.
Oh, okay. So it's an old English term that we just used to. Okay, so it's just like a sensual term. Okay, well, that no one uses, I guess.
Then
You want to
after
be
that,
fancy.
of course, it's alphabetical order. So after that, we get into little. So little birdie.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. Would you
I've
like
heard
to
that
say,
one.
would you like to pet my little birdie? I have a
Yeah,
little.
I've heard that one.
So little birdie, little bro. So little bro. We'll do all the
I've heard that one too.
the little. So little
My
bro,
little bro.
little chap. Come on.
Heard that too, little
I'm
chap.
gonna stroke my little chap. This little chap guy. I'm just gonna.
Is little helmet in there? I've heard little helmet too.
And then after that is little guy. I'm the big guy. This is my little guy. Say hello.
Okay, yeah, in that term, yeah. If you said that any other way, it would not be very good.
Yeah.
Hey, lady, check out my little guy.
There's a little head. Like I feel like somebody's dick like that one puppet from Puppet Master with the really tiny head. Like, could you imagine that? Like your dick is normal, but it has that little like fucking head.
Like a mushroom.
Yeah.
You just look like a fucking portobello mushroom.
And then there's Little John. Yeah.
Little John. Okay, yeah. That totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Little man. So little
Okay.
man. Okay. So little Peter. Little Peter makes perfect.
Oh, that's kind of scary though.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's little soldier. My little.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
But
And then
that's funny though, because I don't know, because when I think of Soldier 2, I always think of like treading on and like, like strife and like, hardships of a soldier. So it's like, I don't know if I want to call my dick something that struggles sometimes,
yeah. Like, and then after that is Little Willie. Little
Oh,
is after
little
that.
Willie.
So yeah, that's the last one. So that will conclude this for this episode. So we made it through all the littles and all that stuff. So that is
Which one would you choose to call your dick, right?
out of the ones that we did. So let's see.
I'm gonna steal listen from you right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Liquidator.
Liquidate.
Liquidator. I thought maybe Liquor Stick, but then I was like, I can't get past Liquidator. Yeah, like I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna fire my Liquidator all over.
See, I chose listen because I feel like that would be an automatic conversation stop. Like, girl, I want you to suck on my listen. What's a listen?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you the sensuality of this word.
Well, that chocolate rabbit found out what the Liquidator was all about earlier.
It did, dude. That guy was tunneling through that shit. That was one of the, Ray, I don't normally say that was one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long fucking time.
I mean, that's the thing, like, Rob, you know this show, like and I said, I'm always grateful that you kind of handpicked us, to be a part of Pod Nation TV when, you guys started, but you know how crazy the show was. So, I found a lot of really fucked up things. And like now that it's the point where we can push the envelope a little bit more, I'm finding even more fucked up things. And, yeah, like, man, I said last week, we're being nominated for AVNs. Of course, right now the pre-noms for the Urban X Awards are happening right now. Go out, vote for us for the pre-noms for the Urban X Awards. Even if we don't win, it's something nice that we can add to, our promotional stuff and, all that stuff. Nominees, being a nominee for something is just as good as, winning. Sometimes, even better. And also, the championship belt that Jupiter Jetson has that she won for the HHPod Rumble, I actually just made my last payment today on a duplicate of that belt that I will now have to take to live events. So when I go to the Exoticas or, the breweries or whatever, we will now have the belt for people to pose with. So if you see us at any events, make sure, come over, say, hey, pose with the belt. But what we're going to do real quick for those of you watching at home, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to play some words from some of our sponsors. You're going to see our next upcoming episode and, of course, a handful of Pod Nation, plugs, all that stuff. And of course, Curtain Jerker Designs. You're going to see some stuff for Derek Sharp and our commercial that was created by Happy Hour Pod Productions for Ben U Apparel. Make sure if you have any ads out there you want to get those made, hit us up, and we will see you guys in a few minutes right here on Happy Hour Podcast.
I'm Adeline Starr, and you are watching the Happy Hour Podcast.
makes it more time to launch higher, 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 higher. Cooking on smoke and spitting fire. Say what you will, call me a liar. Don't believe me, look in my eye. Better suit up for a showdown. Give me that kingdom, hand me my crown. This is my time, I've waited long enough. I'm taking my moment, don't matter how it was. No regrets, no matter how hard it gets. I'm going for greatness.
Hello, I'm Dennis with Checker Spot Brewing Company. We're located at 1421 Ridgely Street in Baltimore, away in the shadows of M&T Bank Stadium. Open 7 days a week with locally crafted beer.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Design.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude, just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I did.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs.
Big old shout out to Curtain Jerker Designs. You see that? You see that beauty? That's all you, Curtain Jerker.
Hello, wrestling promoters. The Big Val Boski wants to give you a big tip. If you're looking for a graphic designer to do your next events, promotional posters, hit up Derek at Curtain Jerker Designs.
A lifelong wrestling fan, as we all are. I went through the part with the reffing, and I got to a part where I did ring announcing. I did everything there was to do. I had a match. But because I have that background, that's where I stepped in and said, hey, like, I do flyers. Let me help you guys out.
We want you to tell us where you're getting all this information from. What is the source of your power? Tell us now.
Bro, I told you. It's an app called Pod Nation TV. It's got all these great award-winning podcasts on demand. And it's exclusively for Pod Nation TV. And the best part of it is that it's totally free. No sign-up costs, no hidden fees, just endless podcasts.
Really?
Pod Nation, take me to your podcast.
Hi, everybody. This is Nikki Huntsman, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, this is our no holds barred edition for those of you that are watching us on Pod Nation TV, Roku, Fire TV, and of course X/Twitter. For those of you watching us on YouTube, you're getting a slightly more safe for work version. So of course, coming out of our break is our game segment. So Rob, you're the one here this week. So we're going to do the game segment with you, my man.
Oh boy.
What we're going to do is we're going to start off with extreme personal questions. So extreme personal questions, of course. Okay. 2 questions on the card, question A and question B. You don't know which one you're going to get until you choose A or B. So what are you thinking, A or B?
I'm thinking B today.
All right, so B. So B, what has been your most explosive bathroom experience lately?
Oh, lately? I don't have any lately, man. I mean, once I pissed myself when I was running home from school once. You don't go to the bathroom when you get out and you get on the bus, and then it was a long bus ride home, and Yeah, man. Make it to my house. It was one of those moments too when like, when you're rushing up and you really gotta go and you put your key in there and it goes through all the tumblers and for some goddamn reason the door just doesn't open, then you panic. You start there and you start jiggling. So what I did is I literally had to like run around to the back where my trash cans were, and this is like in the complete front yard, so like everyone can fucking see it. But it's either that or making more of a mess in my pants. So, you know, as an adult, I try not to have too many moments like that. But I do know guys, and this is something I once had a conversation with a friend of mine. He was like, "Yeah, man, I keep an extra pair of pants in my car," and I was like, "What? Why?" And he goes, "Oh, dude, sometimes I shit my pants at work," and I'm like, "What?" Like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, sometimes, I shit my pants and I have to go change out my pants. And he's like, don't you do that? And I'm like, no. I've never done that.
Have you ever sat there and thought to yourself, have you ever sat there and thought that like maybe at some point, like you thought to yourself, like while you were having a conversation with somebody, I wonder if they may have been shitting. Like that, like that's the whole thing. Like me and you were talking, and it's like one of us just shits, but we don't know when or how the shit occurred, and it's just there, and it's like it's weird. So question A. So that leaves question A. Normally, when we have a guest, we have our guest choose one of us, so that will automatically go to me, and it says, "What is a recent negative thought you had about your body while you were naked?" I've never really had any, like, of course, I said I need to lose weight and all that stuff, but I've never really had many negative thoughts about my body. I've normally always done pretty good for myself, like being naked in front of women and, all this, because normally if I'm naked, like things are going down. So,
right.
That's the whole thing. So, I mean,
Home stretch.
And I come from a friend group where we would get naked all the time. We would just take our clothes off and just go running down the street or take our clothes off. Like we were the type of friend group where a friend will be showering and we would get naked and get in the shower with him and be like, we're all showering now. So yeah, I've never experienced that, at least nothing recently. Like maybe when I was in high school or, something like that. But, I don't know. As a almost 39-year-old man, yeah, that's just.
Oh yeah, nowadays it's like if you're still like that as a dude nowadays, it's like, dude, I don't know. There's something I don't give a fuck anymore. If me and Ray were at a lake right now, I'd be like, fuck it, let's go right now.
We're going streaking down to the quad.
Yeah, dude. I just hit the point where I'm over it.
Now we're gonna get into never have I. Are you drinking Rolling Rock, by the way?
Yes, I am.
I knew that. See, that's the thing. My friends, we came up with Rolling Rock like that when we were in high school. That was our beer of choice when it was still in Latrobe, when it was good.
That's why I got it. It was to bring back some memories today.
Yeah,
because that's what I used to drink in high school.
Yeah, like I mean, man, we drank so much Rolling Rock that the first year I was 21, when we went to Ocean City, Maryland, we got so drunk we stumbled outside a bar and saw a cop on top of a white horse, and we were convinced that white horse was the Rolling Rock horse, and we were trying to pet this horse, and I'm shocked we did not get arrested petting this cop's horse because my friend was smacking it on the ass and all that stuff, and he's like, "Oh, Rolling Rock horse, I'd like to thank you for all the memories you've given us," and he's like on the horse's face, and the cop's like kicking at us like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, yeah,
knock it off.
Yeah, so
you're touching a fellow officer here.
yeah, but that's the thing that I knew just from like the tiny little side of your body or your bottle that was Rolling Rock. Just the late, yeah. All I saw was just
classic green bottle, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna get in never have I ever. So of course, never have I ever. If you've done it, raise your hand or take a drink. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we won't hate you for it. So the first one is never have I ever delivered a silent but deadly in a crowded room and asked who farted. See, I've never asked who's farted, but I have delivered a silent but deadly in room. Like I do it all the time when I'm at work. Like I'll be in a customer's office or something like that, and I'll be like, "This needs," and it'll come out, and then like I'm just kind of looking around, like, "Did anybody notice that? Did anybody like yeah?" We're an elevator. Like the best is when you get on an elevator, and you leave.
Oh God, right.
But the worst is when you like go to leave it on the elevator, then someone gets on and like ruins your plot of like somebody getting on by themselves and experiencing it.
Or when someone just won't admit it, like they won't say, "Hey, I farted in here" or something like that. Like when you walk into a tiny room, because like where I work in a tiny room, so it's like You smell everything in there.
Yeah.
If someone's sweating, you're gonna smell their sweat. If they fart, you're gonna smell their fucking fart. So it's like, hey, dude, you know, at least say, hey, bro, you might want to give that a few minutes, man, or leave the door open for a minute. I kind of fart in there. You know, just to walk in and have to waft in someone's like funk, dude. I'm not down for that.
So here's this one. The next one is never have I ever puked out of a window of a moving vehicle.
Oh God, all the time.
That's an easy one. Like,
yeah. We used to go off-roading.
yeah,
I used to throw up all the time.
I puked out of windows of non-moving cars.
Right.
I puked on to windows of cars that I weren't even in. Like I'm just walking
I
down.
puked on a bike.
Some guy's poor car now has vomit on it. Like that's, yeah. So, and the final one is never have I ever given a back or neck massage with no ulterior motive. Never have I ever given a back or neck massage.
Oh, come on. The classic back rub, buddy, man. This is you know, this is a lesson right here. You know, women, guys, I don't give a shit who you are. If a dude is massaging a girl, there is obviously an alternative motive. There's like an alternative motive. For, I'm not gonna lie, I give girls foot massages, man. There's an alternative motive there.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like I give my wife always has me rub her back all the time, but I'm told that nothing's happening beforehand. Like that's the thing. You know, when you're married, that kind of stuff. But, you know, beforehand, back in the day or whatever, and all that, I was just like, I can do a decent job with this. This is gonna be the gateway that opens
right.
Like
right.
The Easter eggs are about to go in, and
you're engaging physically. This is the next step, man. I mean, come on. It really is like rounding second base. It's getting there. It's getting to the bases right there. You're getting in the stadium when you get to do the back rub.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
Dude, I have never ever once given a back rub. I'm just telling you that did not mean something. Just like in Pulp Fiction, I've never given a foot rub that didn't mean something to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's happened, dude. I'm just telling you. It's always alternative motive, man. Always. And to all my friends out there, they're like, you rub my back? Well, yeah, because I was trying to get in your pants, stupid.
Well, of course. This is the way that it works. No. But what we're going to do now, we're going to get an incoherent. Rob, you've played this before. Of course, in June, we're going to be holding our 3rd annual HHPod Rumble featuring this game Incoherent. Look out. We're going to start probably within the next week or two announcing participants because June is right around the corner for the 3rd annual HHPod Rumble, which will have 30 former guests / friends of this program come back and battle their way out through this game to see who will, and who knows, Johnny Goodluck or Jupiter Jetson could end up with a 2nd championship belt. You know, as I said, when I said on the people, I don't care what they do with them. That's my gift. That's my reward to people. Of course, Jupiter and Johnny both have taken on the AVN award, you know, conventions and all that stuff in the past. So, you know, it's just something for saying, hey, you won. Here's something. No other show does it. So that's our thing. So if you see any other show doing that, they stole that from us. That is ours. It is exclusive here to the Happy Hour podcast. But what we're going to do, we're going to get into this, Rob, and you're going to tell me what these cards.
Oh, geez, I'm not good at this game.
So here we go. So what do you think this card says?
Oh man. Humbarag? Oh, dude. I know this is on the tip of my tongue too.
This I will give you a hint that it's a sneaky ego, and it says slipping into comments that hint of how awesome you are. But also, this is one of the rare cards that's almost like what it says on the card. So, not often it can.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It is humble brag.
Humble brag. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. God, I feel stupid.
Humble brag. So that is that one. So what do you think this one is?
Oh, man. Maybe I'm just like a couple beers too deep here for this game.
One of the hints is supervillain or savior of humanity. You decide.
Dude, I'm
you could be watching us on his platform right now.
Oh shit. Ass.
It is Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay. God damn it. The lawn and the Musk gave that away. I feel stupid now. I feel stupid now.
You think this one is?
If hung rump. God, Ray, I'm terrible at this today.
Former judge on The Apprentice and the number one daughter.
Former judge on The Apprentice and the number one. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know.
It is Ivanka Trump. Trump.
Ivan Hunk. Okay. Okay.
So that is incoherent. And of course,
Rob is incoherent right now.
Ode to Humanity. So we end this segment with Cards Against Humanity roulette. So what we're going to do, Rob, you've played this before. Also, I'm going to read off the face card.
I was terrible at the last game. It does not represent me, God damn it. I'm here to give good answers now.
So, Rob, I'm guessing you don't want to be a part of the HHPod Rumble because that's like one of those things, kind of like if you remember the Royal Rumble when Drew Carey was in it and Kane came in and he tried to offer Kane money and then Kane didn't want it, so he eliminated himself.
Right.
Like it would kind of be like that. So, of course, I'm going to read off.
So you're saying I should pay for everyone to eliminate themselves and I could be the Rumble winner is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
You're going to hate me at the end of that.
So I'm going to read off the face card, and then Rob, you're going to choose a random card between 1 through 6. If you don't like it, you get 2 rebuttals to choose a different card. So the first one is "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of blank." So what do you think? 1 through 6.
Let's do 5.
5. All right. So "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of carbs." So
that is pretty accurate, actually. That is really accurate.
So do you want to hold with carbs or do you want to choose another card?
I want to choose another card. I like the carbs one. That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes total sense.
So you want to choose another card anyways?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think now? 1 through 5.
Let's do 4.
4. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of pulling out."
Okay, that's better. That's the American way.
Are you holding with that one?
I'm holding with that one, Ray.
You're gonna hold for that one. All right.
I'm
so
holding with that one.
We'll go in for the next episode.
Yeah, the carbs one was like true, but kind of depressing.
So we're gonna do another round. So this one says, "Tonight on 2020, what you don't know about blank could kill you." So what do you think? 1 through 6.
Let's go with 2.
2. All right. "Tonight on 2020, what you don't know about beating your wives could kill you."
That I'm a hold. That sounds like an episode that might have been real back in the day.
Yeah. "What you don't know about beating your wives could kill you. Tonight on 2020, I'm Walter Cronkite."
I'm Walter Cronkite.
So what we're going to do is, of course, we have another segment that we do here. And Rob, I think you've been a part of it before. It is called AI Insane. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And of course, it is Easter. So, it's Easter here on the Happy Hour podcast. This episode will not have Smash or Dash because I only had Smash or Dash prepared for our guests. So,
What are you talking about? I'll play Smash or Dash. Let's do it.
All right, we will do Smash or Dash also, but let's do AI Insane first. So we're gonna hop into AI Insane, and then we'll go ahead and do Smash or Dash. So let me get this pulled up here, and then so of course this is the Easter edition. I'm gonna pull up all different Easter variants of AI stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these up, and we're gonna talk about these. So here's the first one. So this must be.
I love it.
Yeah. So this is the Easter version of Alien, I guess. Like, look at these kids, just
fucking love it.
Absolute shock. Like, and then the alien is right here, just waiting for its egg to hatch around the rest of it. Imagine if the chick would have shoved that up her. Like, that's like 11. That's 11 eggs like stacked up
her that way, then have a chest burster come out, dude. That would have been a trick. That would have been a trick, and Disney would have called her instantly to put her on the new trailer for Alien Romulus right there.
And then there's this one. So,
Okay.
you see this guy, and it looks like he's swinging somebody by their arm. It looks like their arms are connected, and then
It looks like this guy's with like his family,
Yeah.
and they're like, just avoid that lady over there. Don't worry.
Avoid this lady who's hanging herself from this tree. Like, look, like the rope clearly like she's literally getting ready to kill herself.
She's like an ex playmate that's like, I just can't take it anymore.
Can't do it anymore. And then here's another one with he's got a little mixed up. I saved them in order, but they got mixed up or whatever. So of course, these kids are happy. Like,
but they got murdered right after this picture. Because that thing fucking tore them to pieces afterwards. That's really what happened.
This thing's like, oh, hello, children. You're about
hello, children. I am the alien bunny. I've come to eat you with my little mouth.
And there's this one.
Yes.
And then this kid's shocked. The little Asian kid, like she's eating like her Easter candy. This one's a little appalled. This black kid's like, yo, what's going on here?
There's going to be another 4 more aliens there because that egg is going to turn into a face hugger and those face huggers are going to come out and fucking get all over those kids, man.
Yeah.
Chest burster party.
And then, of course, there's this one.
Dude, I am loving these because all these kids are just murdered. And this is like if the alien took a picture right before it murdered everybody. And it was like, hey, look at this.
Yeah. Polaroid shots. It's setting up the camera for Polaroid shots. Like, oh man, like,
oh man,
what the hell even is that on the shelf right there? Like, I don't even know what. Like,
it's just an extra alien, just in case the AI was like, just in case you're not satisfied with that.
Yeah,
because that is fucking gold. I mean, I'm not even joking. I love this.
It's like liquid gold.
It is. If the Easter Bunny really was like a xenomorph like this, man, this would be incredible.
So wait a minute, where is his tail going through the couch?
Yeah, it is. It's so sharp. It's just like piercing through after it pierces through the rest of those little kids' bodies afterwards.
Does this save the children at this point? Like, does he get stuck? They run out the door and he can't get out from the couch because it's just it's penetrating the couch. Like it's.
And here it looks like he doesn't even have bunny ears on his head. It looks like the bunny ears are actually attached to his head. So that must mean a face hugger got face hugged a bunny. Yeah. And then all that comes out, with bunny ears.
To a bunny. Like he looks like he's actually slightly depressed here. Like I can't really tell the difference with his demeanor, but I feel like this is kind of
it
like
definitely is a resting bitch face.
Yeah. And then I guess Easter Bunny showed up at this point. So that's how he got the bunny ears.
That's the story, is that these kids thought that was the real Easter Bunny was the xenomorph. He was killing and maiming all these kids, and all of a sudden
I don't know if true horror is that or their eyes. Look at these children's faces. Like
the alien sucked out their eyes.
I feel like the alien is here to save us from these Satan-riddled children. Like,
those are the real aliens. Oh my god, look at that mouth. That mouth was almost like in disproportion to her face. Look at that one right there. Like her eyes and her mouth. It's almost like on a tilt.
And then of course there's this one.
This alien is doing us a favor. These kids, why are they all shocked and screaming at all every single time?
They have no appreciation for the alien.
No.
Like they don't.
Or xenomorph.
And then back to this girl. So of course it's this, and then it's this random guy. I don't know what looks like he's composing music back here, but it's like the army.
That's not even a unicorn.
Rabbits.
That's like
looks like that may be a xenomorph right there. These ones are like in the air, and she's just leading this horse.
This is like a bunny battle. It's like the Braveheart battle, but with rabbits, man.
And then
Wait. Go back. That other one was awesome because it was like I don't know if that's a bihorn or if that's like a bunny horse. I can't tell.
You know what? That's true.
For those of you who don't know what a bihorn is, that's like the evil version of a unicorn.
Oh, really?
So only dirty ladies can ride bihorns, while only good ladies can wear unicorns or ride unicorns. It's a fact, man. But that's like a whole bunny battle, bro. That's vicious. And look, the bunnies are floating, dude. This is like an acid trip too. Look at the bunnies floating on the eggs. The eggs are floating up in the air and shit.
And then there's
like Narnia.
I guess this is how she got up into the tree to hang herself. Like this is how that worked. Like
her crotch is on the crotch of the tree. That's nice.
Yeah. She's just grinding on the tree. And then there's whatever that monster is.
There's like a woman with long arms on the side of
there. Like that's like stretch a milk. Like have you ever melted
like Silent Hill shit?
That's what that looks like. Stretch Armstrong after it was held over a fire. Like that's what that looks like. Wait, hold on, it skipped one.
Oh shit.
Oh, so yeah, there's this one right here. So Easter Cotton Bale. So I guess this is a movie trailer. Like there's like flying monsters, and then there's like I don't know. I didn't even know what even.
You don't even need to do a movie. You can just make a movie about the Bunny Man. You ever heard about the Bunny Man since we're on Easter?
You know what? I look up one of our episodes with Spencer Bradley, and we talk about the Bunny Man.
The Bunny Man?
Yeah. Make sure everybody go on to www.thehhpod.com/guests. Find our episode with Spencer Bradley. We talk about the Bunny Man.
Scary shit.
Yeah, that is some terrifying shit. And then of course there's this one right here. So
That's just
I
sexy.
feel like that this would be good. What the hell? Why can't I? Sydney Sweeney would be good in this outfit. Like, yeah,
Oh, I love this.
Look at this fucking holy fucking dog shit.
Dude, that bunny has some evil eyes. What the fuck is going?
That-
Look at these.
like, this
These
is
are
the
alien
token
rabbits,
rabbit,
bro.
and he's
Look at
about to
all
go-
three of them.
Yeah,
All
like
three
that
of them
one's
have
like
like almond shaped eyes.
That's the
like a
token
gray.
black rabbit. Like like this rabbit has pure hatred. Like that. This rabbit has been pulled over by the cops too many times. This one's pissed. Like,
He's like, I'm the Easter bunny. They're like, yeah, but you're black.
we go to this. Of course,
Whoa,
Easter is
whoa.
also a religious holiday. So,
What
this
the
guy,
is
this
that
guy
a-
looks way happier than what he should be right here.
Well,
But
he's doing what that one dude did in that video, but like with a bigger like a chocolate hive. He's got his dick in a chocolate hive,
he's
right?
making eggs. Now we know how chocolate eggs are made. Those are the Cadbury eggs with the cream filling.
And all these
inside.
people in the fucking chairs are gonna eat them.
And
Like,
that's
yep.
just-
Whoa,
This is like a chocolate xenomorph egg.
holy shit, dude.
didn't even
AI
know-
generated
when I
this?
saved this fucking demonic fucking
What the
thing
fuck
right
is this? That's some scary. Look, he has a beer too. Did you type in guy watching guy with shit bursting out of his chest with beer?
I mean, it's
Was
like,
that just randomly put there?
he has like fangs and shit too. Like look, I mean, like this, like I would admit, I would eat all of this chocolate. All of this
I'd still
stuff.
eat it too.
Amazing. It looks like it's very decadent chocolate. Like,
Okay. Let's stop. Would you, if you were a, let's just say scenario wise, you were a detective.
Yeah.
You came on the case. You seen this dude dead like that, and they're like, that's pure chocolate coming out of him.
yeah.
Would you be like, conduct a test and taste that chocolate?
Oh yeah. Without
Right, okay, good. We're on the same page.
There's a guy, I forgot his last name, but his name's Amari something. Amari, I forgot what his last name is, but he makes like everything out of chocolate. Like this dude has made fucking giant pencils. He's made like fucking actual like things that like he's made like Bart Simpson. He makes everything, and I hate that he's so talented, but like everything looks like so fucking good. Like I'm like, and then here's another one, like Easter Bunny trapped his eggs, Peter Cotton Bale. So I guess this is a trailer, and then there's and then like this looks like what is it, Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
But with a rabbit.
Easter Bunny. Like yeah,
That'd actually be a good movie.
yeah.
I'd watch that movie. If it was like a bunny that came down and like put
yeah.
people in eggs and shit and hung them up there so they could drink them. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
100%. That's the vibes that's giving me. And then there's this one right here. So the horror part, and he's after these eggs. Like it looks like that there could be 11 eggs here.
But look at the bunny too. He's like dressed all old school, like fucking 19th century, man. I mean, that's probably like after you got done painting the fence with white lead paint, he came and killed your ass.
And then there's this
Hey
one,
there,
like-
Timmy. Oh shit.
Yeah. And then I don't know why he's wearing a glove. Like I don't know if like he's like the final girl in this, and like he like punches this evil rabbit with like his glove hand or whatever.
Okay.
But
Coming from Rob, and for those of you who have never seen my show, you should know how much I talk about movies. Okay. So everyone should know who knows me that this is not racist whatsoever. But you know that dude already died. Because the movie's the black guy.
This dude
used to
is
die
watching-
first all the time.
This dude is watching that chocolate rabbit be fucked by that guy on like his phone right now, and this rabbit's like, I'm killing him right now
For
Like,
watching that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm killing that dude for wasting my eggs. Oh, he's eating some chocolate covered shit. Okay. There's a saying I like to say, Ray, where it goes, "Time flies when you're eating shit," and that's this picture sums that up pretty good. Because oh man, what the fuck? That's like caramel overflowing out of the toilet. That's just.
I mean, I don't care. I would eat like this whole toilet looks like it's chocolate.
That looks delicious.
I would eat this chocolate toilet like straight up.
It's
like,
missing a squatty potty, but yeah.
And then this is a fucking. This is like Coming to America Easter edition. Like, look at him. Like
that is a dick. That's a chocolate dick coming out of that bishop's fucking body, dude. There's no.
Maybe this is what that dude was trying to make. He started with the chocolate rabbit, and he just slowly
trying to stack it,
builds it into this. Just
holy shit! That dude is insanely happy for a big fucking chocolate dick to be bursting out of his stomach like that, man. I mean, look, he's like, I'm cool with it. If you're cool with it. Holy shit! AI generated all that.
Yeah.
Dude, AI is fucking crazy.
There's a page I follow on Facebook, and I posted last week. I was like, hey, if any of you guys have any non-safe for work ones that you want to send, blah, 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 I use them on my show all the time. And I had this one fucking troll go, oh, so you mean to tell me you're stealing? So I'm not stealing anything. One, these are not watermarked. They're not watermarked to anybody. And two, they're nobody's creation.
No, AI, it's already been established. If you generate something from AI, it's not copywritten.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I can literally go to the same AI thing and type in all that stuff and boom, boom, and I was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like,
go
whatever.
fuck yourself,
like,
dude.
So
you heard it from me, Ray. Go fuck yourself if you're ever watching this episode. Go fuck yourself. And cheers, buddy. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, cheers. Go fuck yourself.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh man,
fuck the haters, man. Fuck those haters, dude.
Of course, we talked a lot about different things, but there was something else I came across that I do want to get into, and this was a video that I found of a man who enjoys himself. Well, I'll let the video speak for itself.
Oh boy,
and pull this up. So,
oh.
Well, I've been drinking urine now for 6 years.
Oh,
urine is the elixir of life.
He does not look in tip-top health.
I got into it in May 2011. I went along to a festival, and this woman was giving a talk there.
It always starts with a woman.
And me and my friends walked in, arms folded, tell us about drinking a wee lady.
Yes.
To my knowledge, all 5 of us are still doing it to this day. Okay, the benefits that I've experienced from drinking urine.
There is none.
Is
bro.
well, they started immediately. The first one within 10 minutes was this amazing feeling of well-being. It's like bursts of energy, and a bit embarrassingly, I then realised that I'd been constipated because the first thing I did was I had a serious bowel movement. A good way of getting over the squeamishness is to mix it with juice. Actually, it doesn't taste as bad as I thought.
Okay, I got a lot to say about that.
Shout out the Lad Bible. That is, of course.
I got a lot to say about that, right? First of all, take it from someone who's actually drinking their piss. I have. Okay. I did this just like Ray was talking about earlier, how you have buddies that, you get naked with. Me and my buddies used to do the jackass kind of stuff with each other. Yeah. We used to shock each other with tasers. We used to just do real fucked up shit to each other. And we used to also dare each other when we got drunk to drink each other's piss.
Yeah.
So I have, unfortunately, drinking my own pee. Now, I drank my own pee as it was coming out my own fucking dick. I actually had my buddy's uncle drinking it out of a glass, like a full-fledged glass.
You said you drank it as it was coming out of your own dick?
Yes, I did. Like,
did you okay, so, wait, you need to break this down for me because
go ahead.
Did you fold yourself in a pretzel?
No, I lifted it up, like literally almost at my fucking face, like bent down halfway, met myself, and was like, ah. So for those of you who want to know what it tastes like soapy salt water. That's what it tastes like. So I can't, and from what I've understand, and I've heard this from a lot of people, because I also do survival shit, is you cannot drink your piss because it basically, think about what your piss is. It's all the toxins that are coming out your body. Your body already takes what it needs from everything, all the nutrients, everything. So everything that gets expelled out of your body is not needed. Like, so the fact that this guy is saying there's benefits to me, it's like, that's probably in his own fucking head. Because I can't imagine there being a benefit whatsoever. Because even my buddy's uncle, who drank a glass of his piss, he threw that shit up within like 15 minutes. And even experts tell you, like, you'll throw your fucking piss up within minutes if you try to only drink your piss for survival.
Yeah.
So I think this guy's probably doing other things besides just drinking his piss, but it's more power to him. I mean, God bless him if that's what he wants to do. I mean, I just don't see any benefit to that, Ray, whatsoever. I don't see one single fucking benefit to that.
Like, dude, I don't know. And of course, shout out to Avery Jane. Avery Jane was on the show and she said she enjoyed drinks piss. So like, and I asked her, I was like, would you be the type that would like go to like, you know, medical establishment and steal like the piss samples and like take it all and like sample it? And she's like, oh, she's like, I would love that. She's just all running out there with like just them in her arms or whatever.
Hey,
and all that.
That's cool. Hey, if that's your niche, that's cool. I'm just talking about the benefits. He was saying it was beneficial. It was healthy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, that's absolute bullshit. Every expert I've ever looked at or heard or listened to, whatever, has always said that is not a good idea to do that.
And it's funny because like, what was it? My strange obsession? I think it was something like that. There was actually an episode that was dedicated to a couple who drank piss and they left like mason jars of piss like on their like shelves or whatever. I guess they let it ferment. Like they let that shit ferment. And actually I heard from Agatha Vega, as I said, you know, she did think that it was 7:30 p.m. Like she's from Spain, I believe. So she's still getting American times down. But she thought it was 7:30 p.m. California time, which is not. We've had that happen before. So, and I did speak to her rep also, and he said he told her numerous times, but you know, it happens. It is what it is. I think we ended up with an excellent episode tonight. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of the gold mine stuff that we have on these episodes don't get seen as much as when we have one of our guests. That's why I like having our guests, but it is what it is. Sometimes we end up with unearthing gems that we did not realize that we would unearth, you know, doing episodes like this. But, you know, so
Especially
I
when
guess
you have two studs like Ray and Rob here. I mean,
yes,
we're like the two hottest hosts on the internet. Let's just be honest here, okay? You know, whatever you want to say, it's about Rob and Ray here. Okay,
So-
that rhymed and I liked it.
Yeah. And hopefully we can see Rob a little bit more, you know, down the line or whatever, because Rob's always a pleasure to have. So what we're going to do, Rob, of course, we started a couple minutes early because I wanted to talk about the Keep Rich stuff. I'm going to get into our new segment, which is called Mystery Porn Theater 3000. So this is the third one that we have done. And I mean, if you've seen anything tonight, you know, this is going to be, you know, nothing compared to some of the stuff we have seen tonight. So let me just go ahead and get this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show a scene from MILF, and we're going to try to, you know, we're going to try to figure out what the scene is about. And then afterwards, we're going to give our honest opinion on what we think this scene could be about. So let's just go ahead and get this pulled up, and we'll go ahead and run it. So this is our Mystery Porn Theater 3000 scene for this episode on the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, it is by MILF. Shout out to MILF. And of course, the disclaimer that okay, so oh, it's a free use MILF scene. Okay, free use. Those are decent scenes.
So excited. No, this party's gonna be great.
I wish I would have had this when we did our St. Patrick's Day.
That looks amazing. What about
I
if you
feel
go
like they're all-
inside and grab those potty
They're all
hats?
Irish.
Right now, Mom?
Yes,
Fine.
so we can take some cute pictures, you know? Come a little
Oh,
bit
they're
closer to
photographers.
me and
They're
let's take a selfie.
Okay, well, we won't be
that's
too
selfie.
loud.
Great, have fun.
Okay, fuck yeah.
They're
dude.
definitely photographers.
Yeah, we're definitely Those are some
Oh
lucky
my
guys.
God, it's you. I thought you were still at the party.
It kind of died down a little bit, and Sean went to sleep.
Sean is like super shy and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like
Sean's
Sean.
got
To
missed out.
wake him up.
Yeah,
To clean up the whole
I
party.
feel like Sean
Were you
is
different
somebody
when
that they're
you
like,
were
Sean's missing
He's
out
such
here.
a nice kid, though.
where's the
really.
photographer
That's
though?
why he's
I
my
thought they were
best
taking
friend.
Carl, I thought you left.
Oh, there's the photographer.
I was just
right
talking to
there.
your mom about the party.
Just join us. Let's have
talking
a
to your
little
mom.
kind of slumber party.
Okay.
Maybe we should invite more people, you know what?
Is it me or is she talking too much?
Oh, man.
It's like, so
You didn't
how many
work
more
green.
people are going to come? Like, I mean, we've already seen 2 people come. How many more people can come? Like,
Right.
so of course, so that is pre-use MILF. So Rob, what do you think that scene is about? Like, what would you say that scene is about?
I would say that scene's about 2 guys getting ready to do a St. Patrick's Day party, and this woman is probably a mysterious, sexy leprechaun that won't, unfortunately, shut the fuck up.
I see. I feel like that she has like this crazed like collection of like Irish riddle things. Like I feel like it has nothing to do about St. Patrick's Day. I feel like you know how people collect like My Little Pony. And
Yeah, okay.
I feel like she just collects Irish things. She likes to wear green, you know, and as she
Like a
wanted,
hoarder of Irish stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So she wanted to take a photo. So my guess is that one of them are a photographer. You know, they're like, okay, we're here. They work for a newspaper. You know, they come down. They're taking pictures of her collection, and you know, they're just like,
Right.
hey, you know, we're gonna write a piece on
We're
you.
from Notre Dame University, right?
Yeah, let's get to know you better. So he goes into the room, you know, starts to get to know her better. And then, you know, so the publicist is writing all this stuff. And then, you know, stuff happens. And then the photographer comes in and he's like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, I was out here taking pictures of this stuff. You know, what about me? What about
What about
Raven?
me?
Like, that's the whole thing. So
He's
then-
like, but this is your mom, bro.
yeah. Like, hey, this is your mom. I don't care. It's my mom, damn it. Like, yeah.
It's
so
my mom,
I'm
damn
writing
it.
this article on my own mother. Okay. You know, so I believe that's what it is. But the only way for you to 100% know what that is go over to MILF.com,
Watch that
use
shit.
description, and watch the scene and find out for yourself. You know, shout out to Team Skeet/MILF for sending us that scene. But yeah, go ahead over there. Check
Would
it
you
out.
say those are some lucky guys?
I would say so. I would say they got kind of lucky. I wish I would like we got that last week. Shout out to Michelle. She sends us all those. You know, I wish we would have got that for a St. Patrick's Day episode because that would have made, you know, a ton of sense. That would have been really fun for that episode. But no, that's our little segment that we do here, Mystery Porn Theater 3000. Of course, anybody who knows me knows that I'm gonna say something that has nothing to do with what it is really about. Like, you know, like last week, the one with Josh Lewis, I said they were clearly drug smugglers, and it was called breeding, and he came inside of her, and I was like, oh look, that's clearly liquid cocaine.
That's the
Like,
cocaine, right?
That's the liquid,
It's the perfect crime, dude.
that's liquid
Guys that shoot out cocaine. I mean, yeah.
His veins is filled with cocaine and he's blasting it everywhere.
That's the fucking detective drama for the century, bro, right there. Let me tell you, in the history of doing films, I've never heard of a better idea of a man that shoots out liquid cocaine and everyone's snorting his jizz. That's the real Breaking Bad, but that's like, you know, breaking off.
So what we're gonna do, of course, as I said, I apologize. Agatha Vega could not make it tonight. You know, Caitlin Bell was also supposed to be our special guest host. Both of them got times mixed up. That happens, but I think myself and Rob ended up with a very great episode. So I hope you guys enjoy this just as much as every other episode, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Once again, go out and vote for us as best podcast/radio show for the pre-noms for the Urban X Awards that closes on April 12th. Go out, pick up some merchandise. We will be back here again next week. You know, our featured guest is Bella Lexi. Bella Lexi, she was a police lieutenant for 20 years and now has turned porn star. So That is going to be amazing. So you can see a lot of police officer themed things on this episode, kind of like how we did a lot of Easter themed things this go around or whatever and all that. So Rob, man, once again, thank you. Did you have a good time, man?
Oh, dude, always. I love being on Happy Hour podcast and with the Happy Hour crew and the fans.
Yeah. Do you like the new format of the show?
Oh yeah, man. I love it. Love it.
And of course, Rob,
Always
make
fun.
sure tell everybody what's going on with Real Sharks and where can they find you as well, my dude.
Wherever podcasts are broadcast, you can find us on YouTube and of course Pod Nation TV. You can catch us on Spotify as well. And make sure you check out some of our new episodes, like movies about genocide, and the next episode we're going to be doing, which is the top 10 Batman animated episodes.
That's badass, man. That is absolutely badass. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to close out this episode of the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray. That's Rob from Real Sharks. We will see you guys next time right here on the Happy Hour podcast.